When it comes to property, size matters.
Get off my property, ma'am.
And nobody likes hearing that a part of their land might belong to their neighbor. Like this woman, whose neighbor has laid out a rope to show what he claims is the official property line between their two houses.
I have the surveyed. You're trespassing.
Not so, says the woman. This is her side of the grass.
Show me the survey.
I have the permits. I have the permits right here for everything. It's right here. It's right here, ma'am. Okay, quit pulling up my property, ma'am. Come here. Come on. I'll show you the permits. I have permits, ma'am.
Yeah.
You're not moving this because it's not your property.
I'm not.
No, you're not. You're not.
Just it.
She's trespassing. This is my surveyed line that I have put
I
up,
trespass.
and she is tearing
I'm
it up.
on my own side.
Just like this one, boundary disputes can last for years, but they can be resolved. Contacting local municipalities, such as your town's tax office, is a great way to order a legal, accurate property survey.
I don't know if she's got reinforcements with a baby.
I don't have a baby.
But beware, an official survey usually means a winner and a loser.
I'm showing her the permit.
Well, I want you to survey.
I'm
not
showing her the
permit.
permit. The survey is included in this permit. I had to get it.
See.
I had to get it. She
You
is
said
not
you wanted to show me.
on my
and I
property
showed
now.
you.
I don't feel safe. She is threatening me. Please get off my property, ma'am.
I'm on.
According to a national survey, property line disputes are actually the fifth leading cause of issues between neighbors in the United
I
States.
feel threatened.
Feel threatened.
Get off my property, ma'am.
I
Please.
am off your property.
When a city representative was finally able to settle this dispute, the woman found that her plot was actually smaller than she thought it was.
I do not need a permit. I'll take the trees down.
I don't feel safe. She is threatening me.
The two have not spoken since.
I have a question. When y'all got out of the car the other day, and my old man was right here, why was y'all being rude? Because that right there made him cry all night.
Rude about what?
Laughing at him.
About what?
I don't know. Y'all were sitting, your old lady was sitting right here staring at him, and so were y'all's friends, and y'all were cracking up. When you came out, you looked at him too.
Oh no, we just got
Well,
back.
Now, don't
hurt
answer
his
no
feelings.
stupid question.
That's not stupid. I'm just asking.
I promise you that every day I come out here from now on, I'm going to make fun of you.
Well,
I don't
just like
care.
I'm going to do you.
I don't care if you sit over there and cry yourself to sleep
Oh,
every
well,
night.
you don't have to.
But if
because
you
know
don't
what?
break your over there,
I want you to
You know.
put me out. I want you to do it.
Man, he can't put you in jail.
I know we
Go to
can't.
hell, you son of a-
get the hell out of this
No,
yard.
you put me out. You sorry.
You're going to
You do something.
put your
If it's not already painfully obvious, these neighbors have a long history of dislike for each other.
get the out of the yard. Get the out of here.
Put your hands on me.
Come on. Come on.
Having failed to talk his neighbor off his property, the homeowner tries a different approach.
Don't. Babe, stop. Stop, please stop. Stop. Oh my God. Stop. Babe, please come here. Just stop.
Oh, really?
Everybody's going. Go.
While it's not clear what started this particular fight, or what happened after, one thing is certain. This altercation could have been avoided if they had a nice big fence between their yards.
We call the law.
The man driving this truck in Lake Cushman, Washington, he's convinced that part of his neighbor's shed is sitting on his land. And after 25 years of stewing over it, he's finally had enough. The truck driver has some choice words for his neighbor, too.
By the way, they will be charging you for this. You're not good demolition for free. If you don't like it, get a survey done.
The argument over this shed stretches back generations. It began when the neighbor's grandfather first put it here 25 years ago. The guy in the truck has always claimed that the shed extends 2 feet into his land. And now, after repeated warnings, he's decided to do something about it.
Sure to tell the cops, because I gave you over a fucking year to pull this fucker down.
This reckless act of destruction might have won the battle, but it hasn't won the war. The owner of the shed is now building a legal case against his truck-driving neighbor. So their 25-year-old feud is set to continue even longer. Atlanta, Georgia. The woman filming our next clip has just made a shocking discovery at her apartment complex.
There you go.
Thumbtacks on the ground, everywhere.
They're in a flower bed close to the pool and the dog park.
Let's just take a look. So we got thumbtacks hidden everywhere around here. In my dog stepped on one. They're everywhere.
The woman filming doesn't think this is an accident or some stupid prank. She believes the thumbtacks have been put there by a neighbor in a cruel attempt to stop dogs from pooping on these flower beds.
This dumped an entire thing of thumbtacks everywhere.
The property management company doesn't know who is responsible for the tacks, but it does have a $100 fine for anyone not picking up after their dog.
So thank you for hurting the dogs here.
Thankfully, the woman's dog is not badly hurt. But fearing more injuries to children as well as pets, neighbors come together to pick up all the tacks. They're shocked to discover almost 500 of them scattered throughout these flower beds. Now we're in Portland, Oregon, where this masked man seems to be acting normal, coming to greet his neighbor. The only issue? He's a total stranger. He waves to nobody, just putting on an act for any neighbors who might be watching. He checks up and down the driveway for any prying eyes. The coast is clear, so he heads back to the porch to claim his prize, the stack of packages. But imagine his surprise if someone is home after all.
Hey, I was just coming. I'm with UPS. I'm with UPS. I was gonna go to your neighbors. We go around every place to make sure that if you're not home, we'll pick your neighbors or whatever. I'm an auditor for UPS. Swear to God, even if it's look it up, Michael Hansen.
Needless to say, this opportunist isn't Michael Hansen.
I'm with UPS.
Nor does he work for UPS.
Swear to God.
90,000 packages disappear from doorsteps every single day. But at least this isn't one of them. Now to Queens, New York, where lifelong resident Joseph Aspermonte lives in a nice little home. Only a quick train ride away from the Big Apple.
Well, I've lived in this neighborhood all my life, but I moved into the house that I'm currently living in back in 2014. The neighborhood that I live in is row houses, which is common in Queens. I get along with everybody on the block. It's a pretty tight-knit community, but small, kind of off the beaten path, which is nice.
Shortly after moving into his new home, Joseph discovers that one neighbor has a mouth as tough as the streets of New York itself.
Yourself and dropped it!
I was warned by the people that previously owned the house that the lady next door was a little aggressive and she might come out and yell at me.
Yourself and dropped it!
It's beautiful.
Yourself and dropped it!
My first experience with her was when I was in my driveway with my garage door open. She started screaming about my garage door being open somehow would make her house cold.
Close that door!
What for?
It's cold!
That's all right, I'm warm.
I'm cold next door! Close that door!
The houses are attached, but there is a big giant cinder block wall between my garage and her garage. And there's no way that having my garage door open would make her house cold.
What does my door open have to do?
Yourself and dropped it!
She does have that one motto that she keeps going back to, that F yourself and drop dead.
Yourself and drop dead! Yourself and drop dead! Yourself and drop dead!
In that order. I guess I couldn't drop dead and then go myself. Wouldn't work. All right, myself and then drop dead.
This seems to be her go-to.
As the years go by, Joseph's neighbor shows no sign of slowing down, quickly flying off the handle at the smallest things.
No!
Yes, take that ladder off my property!
It's not on your property!
Even something as simple as a line on the curb from the city is enough to set her off.
Look at the curb, you
What happened to the curb?
She's just pissed off at the world, I guess. She just doesn't like anybody. I get the brunt of it because I happen to live next door to her, but she's this way with everybody in the neighborhood. Down the block, across the street.
I'm telling them, take that lot off my property.
Just people driving by.
In my driveway. Get the out.
And she will unleash her wrath on anybody.
Get the out.
There are times that I worry about her safety just because of the way she acts with people.
Get the out of my driveway.
In one of these episodes, the police were actually called, not by me. What happened was one of the cars pulled over in her driveway while she was sweeping. And that didn't sit well with her, so she started screaming at him.
Get the out of my driveway!
And then she took a broom and she started smacking the roof of his car and started making dents in it. So bad that he actually called the cops on her.
Yourself and drop dead!
And when the cops came, I had to intervene. I just went over to the cops and I said, listen, she's upset, so if you don't mind, if you would just let her kind of slide on this, that it would be great. And they did.
Do you know where I live? No, you don't.
I don't give a where you live.
The past couple of years, she has been very quiet and to herself. I believe she's also maybe not in the best of health now that she's getting older and realizes she may have to someday rely on her neighbors for help. And if that were ever the case, I would be there to help her because she is a person and I wouldn't let her go down.
Do you want a hot chocolate?
Yourself and drop dead.
All right.
I was on my way to lunch and I went outside and I saw that my car had purple Sharpie just everywhere, on the windshield, on the door, on the window of the door. And there were notes saying that I was parked illegally. It was a little confusing. And I knew immediately that it was my next door neighbor. So I went to talk to them. I'm your neighbor? You wrote on my car? Hi.
The neighbor peeks through a small window,
Is anyone home?
but won't open the door.
Someone was definitely home, and they just looked at me through the window and waved. So I eventually just called the non-emergency line to get someone out there to help me talk to my neighbor. 2 officers came over, and I was outside. I had the car, all the evidence, and I was like, I just really want to talk to my next door neighbor. But eventually the cops got him to open the door and come out.
We're the police.
Did you guys write on that car for the marker?
Yes, they occupy my garage location. I cannot put my garage on the location.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's illegal.
I
That's
don't
against the
know.
law.
She is illegal first.
No.
No. She's not.
This is a private street. We can't enforce parking laws on a private street.
The cops asked me, do you want to press charges? How do you want to handle this? And I said, I just want him to clean it off. The man was like, oh, it's so easy to clean. You just use alcohol. And I was like, yeah, well, I want you to clean it up. And so he came out with like a bottle of perfume, this like little old rose bottle. And it didn't have a spray spout. It's one that you like dab on your wrist. And he just started like dabbing it on the car. The alcohol in the perfume removes the Sharpie. Goodbye, Sharpie. And I made a comment like, oh, that smells so good.
Ooh, that does smell nice.
Just trying to be friendly and, keep it lighthearted.
What's the scent on that?
You like?
Yeah, that's good.
And he was like, oh, you like it? It's yours.
For me? Thank you, sir. And we don't park there on garbage can days, so you should be good, okay? Have a good one.
So I now am the owner of a Dusty Rose perfume.
Goodbye, Sharpie.
And I never parked in that space again. End scene.